Things are going from bad to worse for Lauren Bobert in her home state of Colorado as her opponent, Jeff Hurd. Now, before I continue, keep in mind, Jeff Hurd is not her election opponent. Jeff Hurd is the Republican running against her in the primary in her district. But Mr. Hurd has once again picked up some high-profile endorsements from state lawmakers that are very popular in Colorado, and Lauren Bobert is left with absolutely nothing. The latest person to endorse him is State Senator Janice of Grand Junction, who said she usually doesn't endorse one Republican over the other, but decided to make an exception in this case because she really does not want Lauren Bobert to win that Republican primary. Mr. Hurd, of course, has also been picking up lots of money. He has not quite outraised Lauren Bobert, but he is catching up to her. Her money is going down, his money is going up, so eventually he is going to overtake her in the money race in Colorado. And if this happens, Lauren Bobert's going to be looking at a Madison Cawthorn situation where she's going to have to, after her primary next year, likely just sit there for the rest of the year knowing that she doesn't have a job. Come January, she'll have nothing. And the funniest part to me, the reason I'm even talking about this, is just to show everybody, in case you didn't know, I'm sure you do, but let me just explain this, how simple little actions can have such a massive impact. Because if Lauren Bobert had not gone to Beetlejuice the Musical in September, I know it feels like it was only yesterday, we were talking 3 months ago, if she hadn't done that, none of this would be happening. Because it was her behavior at Beetlejuice the Musical, groping her date, vaping indoors, right near a pregnant woman, had it not been for that, these voters would have been cool with it. You know, they were already on the fence. Let's be real. They were already on the fence about Lauren Bobert. They knew that she'd only won by, less than 600 votes the previous year. They were already growing tired of her and her antics in Congress, but they were like, you know what? We'll forgive it, okay? We can get by with this. We can continue. We can make do with what we got here. But once the Beetlejuice incident happened, game over. Her opponent, Jeff Hurd, at that point, began raking in tons of money. The endorsements started rolling in for him. Lauren Bobert has not been back in the spotlight really since then. She's done a couple stupid things in Congress, but she's been trying to keep a low profile, and that's been very obvious. We have gone several months now without a new embarrassing Lauren Bobert story. But the thing with the voters in Colorado, because they see this too, they're paying closer attention than the rest of us are because that's their representative, it tells us that she can turn it on and off. That's the funniest part. Because she's now, ever since the Beetlejuice thing, she hasn't had a major scandal since then, even though she's had lots and lots, prior to that, even when her voters said, hey, tone it down, she wouldn't do it. But now she has, which only proves to the voters, okay, she could have done that the whole time. She just didn't do it. She was making the choice to be this lunatic, and we're done. Now, it's not just the Beetlejuice thing that makes voters say, I'm sick of her, I don't want to deal with her. Their real concern, of course, same thing with the people that have endorsed Jeff Hurd over Boebert. It's not that they don't like Boebert's behavior. They just think that Boebert's behavior, coupled with her narrow victory last year, means that that seat could go to a Democrat next year, and that's what scares them. If they thought Boebert could still win, they wouldn't have any qualms about supporting her through her Beetlejuice, meltdown. But because they think it'll cost her the election, that is why they're going to Jeff Hurd. Not because they completely disapprove of Boebert, but because they think she can't win. So keep that in mind. Those people may not like her behavior, but if she were still polling ahead of Adam Frisch, which she is not, they would completely excuse it because that's the kind of people Lauren Bobert voters are.